Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SKTV, folks. Welcome and welcome. Happy weekend. Uh, happy weekend. Um, as you join us, let's share the show. Happy weekend. Good day to you. Let us know where you're following us from, and we have a lot to talk about as we are with the team to join us here. Let's share the show, please. Let's share the show. Let's share the show. Actually, join us. Okay. Joko, is that Wathel from Minnesota? Oh wow, Minnesota started the show today. Mm, okay, oh, Minnesota in the building. Okay, yay, Minnesota in the building. Let's share the show, folks. As we are with our team from Liberia to join us. Let's share the show, and as you join us, let us know where you're following us from. Somebody says Facebook user. The person says, "Hey, Steve." Hey, Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but hey, mm, let's share the show. Let's share the show. Okay. Oh, when I'm in Minnesota, brother, is Antoinette Gallo. Wow, from Cottage Grove, Minnesota. Oh, I see it. Minnesota put plenty here today. Oh. Okay, I think I'm seeing Melbourne. Melbourne here. I'm seeing Melbourne here. Let's see.
And I don't know which country are you supporting. Maybe you'll be holding it tight. Then my colleague and brother Steve always holding things tight.
Minnesota people schedule. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you, Melbourne.
I don't go after them, man. I mean, they very well said the devil go after. What kind of wahala be this? Today be Friday, though, my brother. What's up? Chi? What going on?
Well, Melbourne, happy weekend to you. I'm just here recognizing some people. So far, Minnesota seem to be dominating the people then who joining us. And that is it. Our people from Minnesota here, plenty. But Melbourne, today on the show, we have a lot to discuss. That's why we have, I think for the entire weekend, we have all things under consideration. Melbourne, we have huge, gigantic, humongous, big. Donald Trump can say bigly. We get plenty to talk. Look, folks, we haven't even gotten into the politics, but the country not even say that here. The new president said
the country is country, yeah.
Yeah, with the yo-yo.
Look, yeah, the country is country.
We'll get other news topic to this. You will know say the country busy. We'll get your other news today. You will know that the country busy. Melbourne, the country is busy, my brother. But you know, before we get into the conversation for today, quickly, as always, we want to recognize our people. We want to recognize the people from Liberia, those following on the radio, those in the country. We want to say good afternoon to you, good evening, happy weekend. Thank you for following SKTV. Thank you for using your data. Some of you are following us via Facebook from Liberia. Some of you are also following us on a live, listening to a live via the radio, Truth FM 96.1. We say thank you so much. And we say thanks to the leadership, the team, the management, and everyone from Truth FM who is making this possible to relay the program here. We say thank you. Look, Melbourne, the time is noisy. But Melbourne, let me say something quick and we'll get to you before we get to other news. Let me say something. Folks, you know, some of us, we don't want to talk into religious issue. We don't want to talk into religious issue. We don't. But the whole religious issue is part of what's going on in life. I see some of you are there defending, making excuses, fighting, and saying all kind of thing about the TB Joshua video or the documentary. Let me say this to you. Please, and I say you might not be defenders. And I say you might not be making
how I call them? The Liberia Defense Force. They can defend.
And I say you might not be doing that. But if you want to defend, please, I want to encourage you to please use the word TB Joshua or the late TB Joshua is under attack. That's not Christianity. Let me say it again. Christianity is not under attack. No. TB Joshua is not Christianity. TB Joshua is not the owner, the originator, the creator, or the fabricator of Christianity. And not TB Joshua gave birth to Christianity. So whatever situation he is in, let he take account for it. Hey, if you want to support TB Joshua, that you're right. We probably most of all Liberians, we are known for taking sides and supporting. Whether we know the truth, we don't know the truth. As long as we decide that we'll support somebody, whether a bad or a good, we'll make excuses, we'll support that person. We already know us, some of us. So do that. But please leave Christianity out of it. TB Joshua documentary got no bearing on Christianity. Let me tell you the truth. It got no bearing on Christianity. If you want to criticize him, and people want to criticize him, let them criticize him. Does it question some things that Christians do? Yes, it does. Does it highlight Christianity? Yes, it highlights Christianity. But to say Christianity is under attack and the religion is under attack because people are criticizing TB Joshua for the documentary, it's not fair, my people. Yeah, let's stop it. You won't defend it because some of you've been defending people all through your life to the point where you don't even know what's going on. Please, yeah, let's stop it. We're begging you. But we got a lot to talk about today. Let me start with other news and we'll give it over to Melbourne here. In other news today, we want to start from the US. President Donald Trump is in a serious suit for $370 million at a lawsuit, and also to ban him from doing businesses in New York. President Donald Trump went yesterday to the case to give his closing arguments, and I'm paraphrasing basically. He said they're witch hunting him. So I ate there. President Donald Trump got other legal cases against him too. Are coming up, my people. That one, that's an legal case. That one, an legal case. The case yesterday, an legal case. The other cases, then they're there. So it's not easy. But in other news, from a local standpoint, we'll briefly discuss. Maybe we'll make time also to reach out to Ta one way to invite him. He took a very stern and strong position yesterday. We'll touch on that briefly today. Um, we'll touch on that because he's showing some signs, signals. Sometimes it's not about what people say, it's about where they're headed. In other news, also, the Unity Party. Listen, you. The Unity Party, we are getting confirmed and reliable information that they are trying to debunk Yeke Koruba about the money issue, where Joseph Boga got the money from. And we'll tell you what's going on behind the scene. In other news, also, the Unity Party wanted Fonatu Kofa to quote. Yeah, we'll discuss that here today. No, the country is busy. The country is busy. Look, the country is seriously busy. Yeah. Also,
you kiss, I swear.
in other news, also, the people still fighting about the 25,000 that Joseph Yuma Boga promised the lawmaker. They're still fighting to clarify the statement. It's not easy. It is not easy, folks. In other news, we're also following Senator Dara Zilon, the Yomli Kanga from the Ken. Dara Zilon not happy. Even in a New Year, evangel at 4, it will be fun. It will balance. You're not happy. You're talking on a call, you're talking on your nose, you're talking in your throat. You're not happy. You're not happy about what's going on. We'll touch on that really, really quick. We also revisited Yeke's session. We'll revisit it in other news. But in other news, from a global standpoint, the US and the UK also strike somewhere in Yemen. It was a Ukraine-backed group, the US and the UK strike. So it is very, very serious. It is very, 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 very serious. So today the news will be no more. The news will be busy today.
So
even
yes.
So could not join us here. The other group not join you, folks. Let me tell you something.
Yes. So quick, I don't know whether you
to Melbourne. Melbourne will turn it over to you in a second for you to give us the briefing on ground. Before we turn it over to Melbourne, if you are a defender,
how you call them?
Defenders.
Okay. Which one now? Because they usually have the CDC Defense Force and
they change it now. We're just calling defenders now. If you are born to defend other people or political party, go take your defending medication and come today. Go take that defending medication. Come. If you get emotional problem, go take your emotional pill and come sit down. Speaking of Dara Dillon, in other news also, Senator Dara Dillon is on record of telling a Liberian citizen to go and hang themselves. He's on record. But we'll discuss that. What led to that? We'll discuss it. If you are part of the defense ministry,
so I know defender one defend invader. Will you defend at the detriment of your own life?
So Melbourne, we'll turn it over to you, and then right after you will get straight to a quick musical break, and we'll get into the issue.
All right. So thank you,
Steve. Please.
Yes, indeed. So thank you so much. And let me say once more, a pleasant good evening to all our dear channel listeners, especially for those of you in the rural part of Liberia. And that's just so good. Every time we receive calls, that indeed you people follow us if as far as Grand Jada, Maryland, and Grand Crew, River G, and so forth, Lo-Fi, and so on and on. So we want to say many thanks to all of you. Indeed, you're not only on the farm, but you'll be monitoring also, and you'll be hearing all of the things that are happening in Liberia, especially in the capital city. So we'll bring you all of the news. So you get me hearing they say they no. So we'll bring you everything right to your doorstep. All we want you to do is just get your dial set all of the time. Just get your batteries and your live or phone charge. So indeed, yes, today is Friday. Someone will say TGIF, Tango is Friday. And for those of you that always passing through our cash app on the Fridays, also please don't forget that indeed today is Friday, and you know sometimes to go out to get some information is a little bit costly, especially when it comes to data. So don't forget to at least chip in on the Friday. Thank you so much for that. And yes, Steve, you know you are just come up with some of the news, but indeed Liberia we are moving very strong. So many things are happening, especially when it comes to the fire incident. Yes, on last night we got some information coming from Nikutan that indeed there was a fire incident last night that led to the loss of lives last night. Yes, indeed, in Nukutan. And our hearts are with the bereaved family, and we want to say our sympathy. So indeed, a fire now. I don't know how come, but also we got some information also coming from Nima that indeed there was also another fire incident, and also on yesterday evening also we saw a truck that was also burning on yesterday evening at the 72nd junction. Indeed, so the fire situation now, I think it should be a national, maybe would you say national call. So our hearts are with all of you that lost your properties and that lost your relatives in all the fire incidents from Liberia. So yes, politically, Liberia is charged, and I can tell you for free that Liberia is really getting charged on a daily basis, especially with the speakership and the Senate pro tempore. As we speak right now, we are still getting some information that people are now, I can say allegedly though, that people are some of the black leaders are having their own team members or camping, you know, because that's the only way that you can get your black offset or those team who are with you. So on Monday, the coming Monday will be the the speakership election of the 55th House of Representatives, and also those new elected legislators. Also, they'll be taking a seat, while the old the 54th will be coming to an end officially, and they'll be turning over to the 55th on Monday. But there are so many news coming up from around the corner pertaining to the speakership as to who's going to win, who's not going to win, and so forth, who have the numbers and who don't have, and so on, like you were saying. So indeed, we watch, and we are also getting some information that the Unity Party may likely carry from the Kofa to the court for, I think they say for citizenship, according to the news that we're getting, according to them, they say for citizenship. So yes, indeed. Then we'll go straight to the court quickly before we turn over. Yes, indeed, the Supreme Court expected to hand down ruling in 4 elections cases today at the Temple of Justice, and which of course they are already done. The first case from coming from district number 2. District number 2, Sekou Kane has finally been declared as winner of district number 2 in Maserado County, and in Nima County, district number 4, mind you, there is this also case pertaining to one of the lawmaker from CDC, CDC candidates also. Yeah, so that case, according to the Supreme Court, that there should be recount should be conducted in 25 voting precincts in district number 4. So that means there will be recount in district number 4. Then we also getting this information that in Maryland County pertaining to district number 2, where the current speaker here front that indeed there will be rerun in two of the polling places according to the information that we are getting that indeed there will be rerun in two of the polling places. So far so good, Steve. Steve and the rest of our listeners and our team members, these are happening in Liberia.
Okay. Thank you, Melbourne. These are happenings in Liberia, according to the news. Folks, we'll take a quick second to get to the musical break here while we share the show. I know some of you are sharing it, but some of you are adding me. You know what you're holding there on the show, Penny. Don't hold there. Share the show. You will not dive share the show, folks. Share the show now. Happy New Year again to all of you. We'll be right back to get into the conversation right after this short musical break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Like Melbourne will say, don't do that, change the dial. Don't even try it. Don't try it. Labrona in the African combination, so don't even try to switch it or listen to other things.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The project is giving us here and the promise of them. The work with my life without fear.
I lyrical Master. Clear bodies who make on you. I can't ask you to be menu. Say my chutney, Tina can I say my yamu. And yes, I know money. And I know. And you love what is
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I wanna play ya to money. And I could do ya to money. And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I wanna play ya to money. And I could do ya to money. And I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby. And I don't get it now. So she walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talk it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa.
All right, folks, we are back. Mr. Kane is here with us. Mr. Kane, good afternoon, good morning from our end here in Phoenix, Arizona. Good morning to you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you to you, Steve and Mabel, for sticking around, for being here. It's good to join you guys. Today we have a lot to cover, whole lot.
Plenty.
And we have some information from Yeke Koluba to the United Party people introducing Yuma Bogai, Representative Yeke Koluba of District Number 10. And hopefully Yeke Koluba will be here on Monday. But we have a lot of information to share with you today. Also, we have a video clip of a representative from Grand Crew County who is indicting Joseph Boakai of engaging in corruption right at the door. We will play it. We will talk about it. Also, one of the key players within the Unity Party, Amos Toy, is also on record of stating that they are open to anything and everything to win. We also have that information to share with you. So it's going to be loaded Friday, very much loaded. And I believe Liberians are all, ready to get the information. The only problem with your people, Steve, is that they don't share the show.
Yeah, I get out.
Then we're going to have to keep repeating ourselves, all the time. People are going to keep coming and then, what's going on? What did we miss? So let people watch the show. Let people share the show. And those of you watching on YouTube, want to welcome you. So if you are not still finding us on YouTube, go there and search SKTV LRB. You will find us. We are on Instagram. We are on Twitter. We are on Sekou Kene personal platform. We do all of those things just to make sure we reach to you. We don't need to go on multiple platforms, but just to satisfy your comfort. Some of you, enjoy watching the show on TV or on your YouTube using, the big screen. So no matter what, we'll make sure we make it available to you. So Steve and Mabel, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. And I don't know whether you guys also recognize some of our good friends, followers, and well wishers. If not, we can do that, later on. But we have a whole lot to cover today, a whole lot, Steve, as correctly said.
Yes, Mr. Kane, we have tried to identify some of them, but the fact that some of them are also not sharing the show, so that's your problem with them. But anyway, let's play it. I don't know how long is the recording, but let's quickly, before we get into that recording, that the video that you're going to share with us, Mr. Kane, I just wanted to do some housekeeping really quick. While you're getting ready in the back there to prepare some things for us. Folks, yesterday we had the opportunity last night to listen briefly to, we just want to clear some things out, to listen briefly to Tawongwe. He was on one of the stations, Representative-elect Tawongwe of District 9, Nima Kante. Had some exchanges with folks from the Spoon Talk. Maybe very, very interesting, because one of the questions from one of the Spoon Talk panelists was concerning Fanatic Kofa and how Fanatic Kofa, quote unquote, and I'll quote him, is a criminal in the United States. And why is Fanatic Kofa, why is Tawongwe supporting Fanatic Kofa to be Speaker of the House? And Tawongwe in turn responded to the question by asking that panelist, why is a convicted criminal, Stanton Witherspoon, interfering with the politics of Liberia to make decisions? And also indirectly asking that panelist, he wants to talk about Mora, why is he even on that platform? So those of you who are listening to us, when people who have shady characters, who are criminals, start to question other people of criminality, then you start asking yourself and start scratching your head, what's going on? Like we say, in other news also, Senator Darius Dillon has been speaking to popular sources. He's not happy about how the whole how the whole rescue team and rescue team, they won in that 10 over. So he a feeling, he vet. But we just want to wish the senator a happy new year. The day he won't come to SKTV, he is more than welcome. In fact, SKTV supported him wholeheartedly to win. But also, one of our sisters, she's a Liberian, made a post, and the Senator Dara Stalon commented on that post, asking the sister to go and hang herself. Senator Dara Stalon did that. Yes.
He did hang herself? He said that?
Yes, he said go hang yourself, and he repeated himself more than once.
Was it like a writing something, or he was saying
he wrote it? He wrote it for his page.
That means he went on record to say that.
Exactly, he went on record. It came from his page. I thought from a humanistic standpoint, that was not a good thing. That's not a good thing to do. Whether you're a leader or not, politics should not go to that level. It should not go to that far. We can disagree. Say, Steve, I don't agree with you, or what you're saying. Make some of the forkums, but to get to that point, it's not a good thing. And I think the lady was telling him that she follows the show also. If she's following, and some of you know her, maybe she can come and, because she screenshot the post and put them out.
Who is that lady? Do you know?
I have forgotten her name. Somebody, it was someone who tagged me on it, and when I read it, I felt very disappointed in the communication or the interaction, and I just, I don't know.
Okay.
I just didn't know what to say.
But what was he responding to, though?
Well, you were responding to a message where the lady was alluding. I was tagged in that message. Somebody said, if somebody has the message, can you please send it to me? I didn't save the message.
Wow.
So
the Wanga.
Yes.
Wanga Reed.
Yes, Wanga Reed.
Was that the person he was responding to?
Yes, that was the person. Wanga Reed, Mark Bird. Yes.
What?
Yes, it's there.
Okay. All right. Ruth says she can send it to me. That's why I love you, my sister. Go ahead and send it. Let's get it. So while we wait for that, and I know we're going to be going to something in 15 minutes. So I want us to.
Yes, before we play that, Mr. Kane, quickly.
If you want, we can play after the news bulletin later on. If you want, we can have our discussions, because this is very important. And while we do that, Steve, let me explain to the Liberian people the message from Yeke Yapawolo Kolba, Representative District Number 10, Republic of Liberia. Yeke will respond to Joseph Nima Boakai on Monday, about 4 p.m. Yeke is threatening to go all out against Joseph Nima Boakai if, and he said if, we were informed that Martin Colley, I like Martin Colley, he's one of my boys, he used to be on SKTV as well, so I like him, and I respect him for who he is. I don't like the advocacy nowadays. He was very, very good before, but now he has been more political than being substantive. But Yeke Kolba is saying the post from Martin Colley, if it's not taken down by Sunday, Monday, he will respond to Joseph Juma Boakai. Yeke is even saying that Martin Colley was sent to insult him. Yeke is saying that Martin Colley is working actually for Joseph Juma Boakai. He's saying that everybody Martin Colley is attacking, Joseph Juma Boakai enjoys it. Joseph Juma Boakai, the one that actually sending Martin Colley to insult and disrespect people. So he said, therefore, he does not respond to a carbo, he says. He responds to the driver. And in this case, Joseph Boakai is the driver, and he's going to be responding to Joseph Boakai if they fail to take down the post against him, written by Martin Colley. I didn't even know about that. So I went to check Martin Colley page and I saw the post. In a related development, when it comes to Yeke Koluba, your guy, your namesake, Steve Zago, is in the news again.
Why you not story again?
Steve Zago believes that this is Lofa County government. So Steve Zago going around collecting zoos, almost 25 zoos, took them from Lofa County to come and use their influence on all the sons and daughters from Lofa to forcibly support Joseph Boakai government because that's the Lofa people government. In fact, we were also informed that the same Zo people have reached out to Yeke Koluba, even threatening him to submit to Joseph Boakai and his people then, because this is their time. This is the Lofa people time. That if somebody say SKTV ready, I mean, we just have to share the information. We receive it, we share it. And we don't just share any information anyway. It has to be fact. We can fact check information before we share it. So these people now, as a matter of fact, they're all in town for the inauguration. And more are yet to come. So they are saying, if you are from Lofa and you want to stand on the way of the Lofa people government, then you will see them. If you don't see them, you will feel them. That's a threat. It is concerning to me personally for Steve Zago having lost the election to be like the medicine man, for Joseph Boakai, having served as a senator for years. Also projected himself as a national security expert. I thought Steve Zago would have been around Joseph Juma Boakai as policy advisor on national security or other national security matters. But to be the one recruiting Zoos and threatening Lofa citizens, forcing them to support Joseph Boakai by force, if they don't, they will feel the weight. Talking about tradition, talking about other things. I don't think that's the way forward. And that's scary cannot, I mean, this is politics, this is democracy. You cannot force people to do something out of their way under the pretext of you got to support your own. This is our tradition. This is our time. And I think this is Liberian people time. Not just about time. Not Lofa people time, not Nima people time. This is Liberian people time. It has been always been Liberian people time. So we will reserve the other information wherein the representative of Grand Crew County, who is indicting Joseph Nima Boakai for engaging in corruption, right at the door. We have the video here. We're going to play it so you can hear it from the house's mouth.
Yeah, Mr. Kane, since we're talking about representative and we're talking about this same issue of the speakership, because this is what led to this conversation to some extent.
It's part of that too.
Also, I want to, like we said before the show could start, before you could join us, quickly let me read this quick before we take the news break here, because like we said today, please buckle your seats. A lot of information. Some of this information we'll spill it. We'll keep it for tomorrow as well. It will run into tomorrow because there is no way we can digest everything. That's why the topic today is all things under consideration. Now, the front page newspaper is reporting just today, that the United Party is gearing up to challenge the citizenship of Deputy Speaker Fanati Kofa on the eve of the Speaker election. You're listening to this, so this is very interesting. Quote, let me read this. Quote, credible sources have disclosed that impeached Associate Justice Kabina Janet, Councillor Kopa Kura, and Councillor Johnny Momo have been retained by the United Party to file a writ against the Deputy Speaker, alleging issues with his citizenship. You're listening to this, my people. The Secretary General of the United Party, the Senior Secretary General, Amos Tue.
Amos Tue.
Amos Tue confirmed to the Front Page Africa that the party is exploring various strategies to secure a win for their candidate Richard Nangbe Kun as speaker election for the 55th legislature, and challenging Councillor Kofa's citizenship is one of the options under consideration. And this is exactly what Amos Tue is saying. I will unquote that and then I'll go to quote again. Quote, this is a direct quote from Amos Tue. We are in election. We are strategizing. It is either we go to the election and win him, or we find a way to stop him. So, we are reviewing all options. My people. Well, folks, that is there. Several, let react to them.
Yeah. So we will briefly react to that before we go to the news bulletin. And then when we come back, the statement, the video recording of a representative from Grand Crew County, Nathaniel Bowie, Nathaniel, the first name is Nathaniel. Nathaniel is indicting Joseph Nima Boakai for engaging in corruption before even starting. And it will amuse you to listen to him because I was like, wow. So we're going to play the video after the news bulletin. But before we go to the news bulletin, Steve and Maybon, this is not going to be easy. This is just getting started. And I can tell you, the Liberian people will resist and reject any form of dictatorship. You know, we call George Weah a dictator or an emerging dictator when we saw him eliminating the turning position, changing the turning position to enable him appoint and remove people from turning position at will. We signal it, we call him an emerging dictator. Similarly, we call him a dictator when they devise a plan to remove, unconstitutionally remove, or sitting justice from the Supreme Court in person of Justice Kabinajane. We call George Weah a dictator when they were engaged in selective justice, when they were cherry picking when it comes to administering justice. So we will not sit back, not yesterday, not today, not tomorrow, to allow anybody to come and use our people at will. No, it's not going to happen. That's why we have the law on the books. The Liberian Constitution is the guiding principle that everybody should follow, including those in government. Not because we are elected does not mean we are above the law. In fact, it is the law that gave you the power over other people. Other than that, we all can say with this, with that. But for the respect of the law, that's why certain people are regarded as honorable. Minister, representative, president, vice president. It is the law. If it is not the law, who will listen to you? You're nobody without the law. So the law cannot be cherry-picked. You cannot abuse the law. You cannot use your position that is given to you by the law to abuse the people. So we will come back. We are
Yes.
1 minute for the news bulletin.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
gotta
we-
go
we-
for
we-
the
we-
news
Continue the
bulletin.
conversation here.
Yeah, before
Yes.
we go to that 1 minute on the news bulletin, maybe I'll beg you for you to take 1 minute away from. Let me say this quick before we leave the video. Let me say this really quick. It is discouraging and disappointing for us to be quickly trying to repeat similar thing that we opposed a few weeks ago. It's disappointing. We'll talk about it more. It's discouraging, and we should not be doing this. No, we should not.
All right. Thank you. And we are going for the news bulletin. And trust me, after that, we're going to reconnect and
Yes,
continue
we will.
with the program up to 8 o'clock. Yeah, so indeed, folks, to perform.
Well, Melbourne will be right back once they're done with the news bulletin. Sekou and I will be here because the news is so much. The news is so much to the point that we can't leave some things hanging. So Mr. Kane, we see the total imposition, repeat, and exacerbation, exactly what the CDC-led government did. But not only that, we see a pattern of similar mistakes the CDC did very early on. And I know some of our brothers from the Unity Party, some of the leaders are following religiously. Let me say this to all of us. You can win an election with propaganda. You can win an election with lies. You can do that when you deceive people. But you can't govern with propaganda, lies. You can't do that. You can't do that. And this idea of us Liberians defending what we oppose in one group of people, trying to defend it in another group of people, we need to get out of it. That is the sign when they say Liberia moving forward, or Liberia is better, or Liberia is progressing. That is one of the major things that can stop us from progressing. That is right there. If it was bad during Taylor time and it was done in Ellington, it's still bad. If it was bad in Ellington, it was done in Jowea time, it's still bad. If it was bad in Jowea time and it's done in Joseph Yuma Boaga time, it is still bad. Why should we justify and make excuses for it? When are the same thing? The only thing that different people. So you were vexed that Joe Weirden did it because you didn't support Joe Weirden. But then when it comes to Joseph Boakai, because you support them, then it is good. We should play deaf ear or Alec. Nothing happening there. Just go. Yo, come on, man. Yo, come on. This is not how we operate, man. You don't do that. You don't do that. You will be what they call in the something. Mr. Kana, do you want us to get to the news bulletin and listen to what they have to present or what? I think we should do that.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I think definitely we should do that. The news bulletin.
All right, but before we go to the news bulletin, Steve, I want to say thank you to Eugenia for reminding our people for the promise we all made to each other here that every Friday people will chip in to support SKTV to help us, get some data for our people back home, transportation. And as I speak to you now, we have 3 people that are set for different interview tomorrow, and they're gonna need transportation. The others also gonna need data and stuff like that. So we go through this every day almost, but we are doing it for our people. But if we made a commitment to actually support each other, those of you who already send some support, we appreciate it. So somebody said I should check the Cash App and tell them when I receive it. I don't know which name, but the name of this person, Caroline Gibson, I'm not seeing that name, but I've seen some Cash App. So I've seen, let's say, for example, somebody sent $100 and said no name, but the person said $25 for Mabel, $25 for Saros, and then $50 for SKTV. That's what the person said. I don't know if that's the person. The second person that sent Cash App sent $20. That person didn't say, didn't call name, but that person name first name is Jackson. So those are the Cash App we have received so far. So if those are, or if any of those are one of yours, then yes, we have received it. If not, we haven't received anything other than those on the Cash App. And then on Zelle, we received $20 for one of the usual contributors to SKTV. I just wanted to add that. I want to say thank you to all of you for supporting SKTV. So, Steve wants us to go listen to the news, right?
Yeah, Mr. Okane, I don't know what you think. I mean, that's not.
So sometimes we'll go to the news there. Their stuff can come across as copyright violation on our YouTube channel. I don't want that.
Yeah, most definitely. So I think we should.
So let it finish with the news and then let it come, because it's not the news. Each time they can be playing. Those things they can be playing there. Those things. Some of that are copyright. By their owner. So when you play it, it comes, those are some of the reasons why our main SKTV YouTube channel is not on right now, because, they kind of like think we are willfully playing, or engaging in copyright violations. So we let us not actually go there right now. So, what our people here, we waiting to get back on the radio. I want to speak on something, because we're going to be playing this video of Representative Nathaniel from Grand Crew, who is, openly asserting that Joseph Nyimabuakai is engaged in corruption. And he's saying, in fact, he is going to receive his. And then justifying it. He said, but they're not real. So it's interesting. The Liberians people in leadership will get involved in daylight corruption, and then they try to defend it. What is even interesting, Steve, why is it that Joseph Jima Boakai allowing himself or his government or his supporters to start a fight with Yeke Koluba so soon? Steve, why? Why must you allow that? Must you fight everybody that supports you? Or must you be actually ungrateful to everybody that supports you at some point? What's up with that, Steve?
Well, Mr. Kane, to be honest with you, there's a pattern here. And unfortunately, we have to say the truth where it lies, like we've always done on SKTV. And this pattern, first of all, has to do with Henry Costa's accession. You remember Henry Costa was one of the very first people that used the word ungrateful sons of swines. I believe and I feel in this context that Henry Costa is vindicated when he said they were ungrateful to him after everything. This is a pattern. This is not a mistake. This is a pattern. The only difference here is maybe Henry Costa might not have the credibility of Representative Yeke Koluba, but there are some similarity. There are. People who support you when they disagree with you, especially on the merit of the issues, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
To be quite honest, I don't think Yeke's questioning or his assertions were meant to dishonor President-elect Joseph Jima Boakai. I think if I were in that cycle, I would see it more as a caution. But you know what they are planning now? Now that Yeke has spoken and called the name of Stanton Witherspoon, guess what? We are informed that they are planning to look, Mr. Kennedy, the people are bad. They are planning to get someone to come out to take full responsibility that they didn't want to give the money. Instead of
money?
The 55,000 only to discredit Yeke.
Yeah, but how would that discredit Yeke? And if that's what Yeke was asking for, Yeke was asking for you to come on and tell the people, who gave you the money.
Well, to say that not Stanton, basically. To discredit Yeke and to say that not Stanton give the money. But it's still, but the bottom line is that they're not paying attention, like you said, that this is not about who gave the money. This is about
knowing where how this guy got the money. That was
exactly that was
the motive. In fact, we were the first people to ask. We want to know where the money came from, right? Exactly. So it doesn't matter whether Stanton gave it, Paul gave it, or John gave it, or Sekou gave it, Moses gave it. It doesn't matter. We just want to know, and that's exactly. So why are they getting angry then?
Okay,
they are actually responding to Yeke's demand.
So then that means, in fact.
So who else is giving money to Joseph? Who else is giving money again to Joseph Boakai that we don't know?
Exactly. So that means what they're doing, and we're saying this because they're watching, so that they can choose. They can choose to let a sleeping dog lie, or they can create more accusations around themselves or skepticism. Because if you say, let's take for example. If you say Sekou gave me the money, the question begs now, why did Sekou give you that money? What's the purpose? Yeah. Secondly,
what that person give the money for?
Secondly, you agree now that you violated the law because you never reported that money.
Yeah.
And then thirdly, look, let me say this, folks. We said this on the show, we'll say it again. Nothing against the Unity Party. You cannot govern with propaganda and lies.
No.
That's not true. If that's what they're depending on, that's not true. The Sekou said yesterday that phrase that Sekou used, I want to use that phrase. Either Sekou or Monk, one of them used that phrase yesterday. They could become very, very unpopular. Even more than Joe Weah. Joe Weah, it took maybe a couple of months. But from the way they are proceeding, they could turn public anger against them. Mind you, Mr. Kane, they have not even named the cabinet members yet officially, wherein you will have disenchanted people who invested their resources. Because now the conversation, look, Mr. Kane, the problem is too much. And they're not doing any good to manage this problem and to be able to handle it from a professional standpoint. Because I doubt they and John Molude will even stay in good relationship. Now, and these guys, John Molu, what a guy named Amara Kone, and other people who, want to come around with professionalism, if these guys decide to back off, I mean, these guys will experience because they don't want any kind of credibility issue or tainted issue around them. No, let me say this: no professional person stays in an environment where there is corruption, noise, credibility issue. No, because at the end of the day, it has some kind of taint or some kind of dent on your record. Because you can resign to preserve yourself from that. And if these guys decide to walk away, how do we proceed? That does not even include the Prince Johnson factor yet, though, because we said it before that the Prince Johnson in camp, the Jeremiah Cohen and Prince Johnson camp, their fight with the United Party has not subsided. Yeah. When we say these things, your team, we're joking. We'll come back to the same thing. We are helping the incoming government to manage some of these things, communications and other things. I think it was a huge blunder. It was a huge mistake. It was a huge communication problem in managing what will be said out there by the president-elect in public when he made that statement, he and his family, he donating that money.
So yesterday, speaking to somebody also very close to authorities, saying that, for him, he believed Joseph Boakai, could have, get away with something without any problem. Had he said the United Party, got together and we were able to get this amount to identify with the family, with the victim family. But to say on behalf of me and my wife, after crying of being broke, after going through being on the payroll with Stanton for months, just 3,000. Wherein when the money does not come, you will be calling and asking, saying that the ego has not landed. Then all of a sudden, you are there dishing out money, $50,000. Sometimes it may come across some people as people trying to discount or minimize the importance of what happened to the people of Tototan. No. What we are saying, and what many people are saying, is that you don't allow politicians to take advantage of people's situation and engage in corruption. I think Melbourne is back. But Melbourne is still playing music, so we don't want that music to come distract this. So Melbourne, you are on here. If you play music, you turn the music off. That's why I muted the line. If you're going to go, then you can just open it. You can mute yourself, so we can start the conversation again. Melbourne, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm getting you loud and clear. Until we're back after the news bulletin.
Yes, yeah. Somebody is asking us whether your JNB was on payroll with Stanton. Yes, Stanton said it. Costa said it, and Stanton came in and alluded to it. Stanton came in and said, yes, it was true. Costa said it was $3,000 a month from Stanton to him. And there was some documentary evidence or evidences proving that Joseph Nima Boakai was actually receiving the money, and he himself, in fact, he even asked about the regular monthly thing that was coming to him at some point. And when he had a concern about Stanton, he said, Costa should find somebody else that will be giving him that money. Those things are on record. Beyond that, besides Costa saying that Joseph Nima Boakai was on payroll, Stanton came on his platform and said that yes, Costa is right, that I was giving money to JNB, but it was not just JNB alone. Stanton said it was not only $3,000, it was $6,000. He did like this: 3,000 here, 3,000 here. He said 3,000 for Costa, 3,000 for JNB. That's what Stanton said on his platform. So if you ask me whether or not it was on payroll, yes, it was on payroll. It was through Costa. We said it here months before the election, even a year before the election. We were insulted. SKTV said it here that JNB was on payroll. Stanton Witherspoon through Costa. That time, Costa was still working closely with JNB. So we said it, and eventually, both Stanton Witherspoon and Costa came and admitted what we said. So now, this representative called Representative Nathaniel Bowen from Grand Crew County is on record here talking about him and other representatives receiving money, 25,000 each. Joseph Nima Boakai called them, but he said he had not received the money yet. But the question is, why that money is given for? Where did he get that money? Imagine 25,000 each. 25,000. Assuming if that's going to go across all 73 lawmakers, you term that, you come up with a figure. Or if it's not, the entire House of Representatives, if you're going to be the people that are going to support them, tell me about that number. That's a huge money, especially from a man who told the world that he was actually depending on banks for his upkeeping. So we're going to play the video. You listen to him himself, and then we will digest it afterward. So here is the representative here.
Lawrence S. Kamara and I work for Red Power FM TV, Broadview City. Let me commend you for this major press conference. It's been alleged that lawmakers that went to Boakai's place allegedly received $25,000 from the incoming president Ambassador Boakai to support his candidate, Richard, who is a lawmaker District 11. Do you want to comment on that? Did he receive your own share of the $25,000?
Well, thank you very much. I was there when the woman make it clear that you will be giving $25,000 to each individual, so that they will see receive and support their district. Because district dwellers will be coming to Morovia, some will be going back, and so you're there to serve them. You don't need to go back to him to say, give me this so that I can carry my people back home.
So the $25,000 was no way to support
receive it yet. I will receive it, but I have not received it.
It was not intended to support Richard Kuhn for the speakership.
No, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think I don't think it's a bribe.
So will the 25,000
be not a bribe? You only spoke about it, say, so that you people can serve your district.
Okay. Thank you for the
Not merely to
okay,
give it
the
to
COS, to close down the
close down
okay, the COS.
Okay, we want to say thank you for this conference, and we create you for each time we call upon you. The honorable had cleared it out already. There was a lot of speculations that he's supporting Kofa just because they are kinsmen. But the issue which he just cleared is that for the wrong of his applications and workers. And all of the time for almost 6 years, he has been in opposition with CDC. He has been marginalized. So for the rescue team, that particular nomenclature suit him. That's why he has decided to support him to the letter. Because he has been in opposition all the years, and he has been marginalized. So this time, Waka has come to deliver him. So there's no way that I can go with him. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for that clarity.
So,
yes, sir. Anything will come. So,
Steve, can you hear it?
Yeah, I'm baffled. I'm disturbed. I'm
So,
baffled.
we want us to play it again? So the people
No,
can hear it?
let's play one more time. Let me hear what it. Let's play one more time. This will not make any sense.
Yeah, so you know what, Steve? I didn't share with you yesterday, but I got the information last night. And in fact, there are other things that we will say here today that will shock some of you about some of the corruption going on behind the scene. It will interest you. But you know what? You'll continue to share the show. You'll continue to share the show. Please. Because this is very, very important. Very, very important. So let's see here. So Steve said we're gonna play one more time, Steve. So while we try to do that, let me make sure, because something just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Situation you can't handle.
Yeah, something just happened. But we'll still play. We'll still play. So we'll still play. Oh, the video can play. But anyway, the video will still play. Let's continue with the conversation. I will still make sure the video plays.
So first thing first, Mr. Kanem. First thing first.
Yeah.
The representative elect that spoke.
The men are former representative. They may be in there.
Mm-hmm. The representative elect that spoke.
Okay. Anyway, we're re-elected.
We're re-elected.
Yeah. Why you say representative elect?
Exactly. The representative elect that spoke. In the context or in the name of trying to clarify, he raised more questions than clarification.
Yeah, more questions than answers.
Yeah. First of all, you remember the Laburampo complaint about the 15,000 that were infused, all lawmaker took. Remember?
$30,000.
The $30,000. Remember the 30,000? I think they were collecting it 15 quarterly or something like that. They didn't want to do the whole 30,000 before you load it too big in the Laburampo, and so they make it to 15. You remember the president-elect when he was candidate or before becoming candidate? You remember Alexander Cummings wrote and spoke against that money? If anybody can recall, Alexander Cummings said that money was illegal, it was not the right thing to do. Dillon got vexed with that. That was one of the places that was Dillon problem started off with Alexander Cummings. A.B. Darius Dillon.
True.
Senator Darius Dillon. We're not here to lie, but that's just the truth of the matter. The Joseph
Escamar in a way for Red Power TV profit.
And is it the video game play again?
Yeah, let me again because
they say the video game play again. They say the video will play again.
Let me hear the representative because they had to talk.
Yeah, you're listening to the man. You're listening to the man. He said, "Hey, Mr. Waka told them about the money."
Lawrence Escamar in a way for Red Power TV Broadview City. Let me commend you for this major press conference. It's being alleged that lawmakers are going to Walker's place and allegedly receive $25,000 from the incoming president Ambassador Bwaka to support his candidate Richard who is a lawmaker district 11. Do you want to comment on that? Did he receive your own share of the 25,000?
Well, thank you very much. I was there when the woman make it clear that you will be giving 25,000 to each individual, so that they will see receive and support their district. Because district dwellers will be coming to Morovia, some will be going back, and so you're there to serve them. You don't need to go back to him to say, give me this so that I can carry my people back home.
So the 25,000 was the only way to support
Richard yet. I will receive it, but I have not received it.
It was not intended. It was not intended to support Richard for the speakership.
No, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think that I don't think it's a bribe.
So will the 25,000 be
not a bribe? He only spoke about it, say, so that you people can serve your district.
Okay. Thank you for the
Not merely to
okay. The COS to close down
the district.
The COS.
Okay, we want to say thank you for this conference, and we create you for each time we call upon you. The honorable have cleared it out already.
So Mr. Kane,
the man will get a man one district engagement fund.
Let's get to this one. Let's get to this because we're laughing with this, but this is
a very serious problem. It's very
serious. First of all, this representative indicted Joseph Yuma Boakai directly.
Yeah, that the man is corrupt.
That's the first thing he did. Yeah. And the reason, the way he indicted him was, if this money was meant for the Liberian people, why is it not going through the process? Why must, and this man saying, he's not saying after he's where is he getting the money from to give to them?
In fact, the money already. They're saying you're going to get the money so that when there are people there, their supporters are going to come from their various districts, to come for the inauguration. When you go into
to kill them back,
give them some money to go back. So it's not even for anybody, for them. You're giving it to them for them to use it at will. So where is he getting that money from? So let's
exactly where is he getting the money from? One, two. The journalist never asked this man of bribery. He included the word, this is not bribery, or this is not bribery. Well, the truth of this matter is, this is bribe. Or this is bribery, whether you like it or not. This is very, very interesting. And he didn't say a key from the party chairman or a key from anyone. He directly implicated.
He made it clear to them he's going to give the money.
And he said he will receive his. So he said he hasn't received his yet.
He said, but I will receive it. He was very clear. So let me say this. Let's be honest with each other here. If Liberians were outraged about the fact that about the fact that the Liberian legislature approving $30,000 for themselves, that was considered unanimously by Liberians as corruption. And it was called engagement, I don't know, whatever district engagement or county engagement form, whatever engagement form that was. If that is considered corruption by the Liberian people, what are they going to say now that Joseph Boakai now, who is now engaging in daylight corruption by his own, this is one of his major supporters who said they have been in opposition the whole time. And he supported, he was actually happy when he heard the word rescue mission, that they are coming to rescue Liberia. But right at the door, before even getting to power, they already started dishing out the money for no reason, simply because you want the people to support your candidate for the speakership.
But Mr. Kane, let me play devil advocate on that. I beg you, let me play devil advocate. Maybe you can continue your thought.
Go ahead.
Some of the supporters who early on claimed After Joseph Human Boaka told the Liberian people that he was living on loan, that Stanton and Henry Costa were taking care of him, some of the same supporters who justified that the money came from Stanton and nothing wrong with it, the paper was broke. The paper said came and said to the world and to the Liberian people, the first interview he had with Costa, that he was living on loan. Some of those supporters now are saying the paper had money. He worked 12 years. He was saving his money. He's smart to not have. So did Joseph Yuma Boaka lie to the Liberian people when he said he was broke and living on loan? Because it can't be both ways. You can't have money and say you don't have money. If you claim you don't have money, that means you are deceptive. That means you lied. And when we say these things, they say we are disrespectful. But you can't have it both ways. So they got to pick now.
But then Steve, my concern now is that this money was promised to those that were present at that meeting at Joseph Boaka's home. So if this is going to be $25,000 across the board, are they going to give $25,000 to all the lawmakers or representatives? And imagine, and pay attention to this, Steve. If he say it's going to be for all lawmakers, that representative, confused representative put it, he said it's going to be for people that are coming, they're going to have the money, you don't have to go back to help the people. Okay, so that means it's going to be for all lawmakers. That will include senators, because lawmakers are not just the representatives.
Yeah, because the Senate too also.
Yeah. So that means all 103 lawmakers will receive $25,000. So let's do the math here. $25,000 times 103. Wow. 2 million plus. It's like almost 2,500,000. Let me make sure. $25,000.
Maybe I no money.
$25,000 times 103. $2,575,000.
Me, I no money.
So where Joseph Boakai going to get that money from? If Joseph Boakai is not going to give that money to all the lawmakers, why give it to some lawmaker and not all the lawmakers? You see, let's think it like a no-win situation. Once you put your foot in your mouth, you have no outlet. You have nowhere to go. This is a broad day corruption at the door, and it should be rejected by all well-meaning Liberians. This is wrong. Let's call a spade a spade. Some people are saying, it's too soon to criticize Joseph Boakai, but it's too soon for Joseph Boakai to get engaged in corruption. It is too soon to criticize Joseph Boakai. It is too soon to put Joseph Boakai under the microscope. How can you not say it's too soon for Joseph Boakai to be involved with so many money scandals from here and there? Why? Why are you not saying that? It's too soon. It's too soon to criticize Joseph Boakai, but why are you not concerned about the fact that it's too soon for Joseph Boakai to be taking money from people with expectation to give something back? That is called quid pro quo. That's called pay to play. So that means when we found out as to who are the people giving this money, we will definitely know as to why they are giving the money. First of all, nobody's going to give you their money for free, especially that much money. This is not like a $1,000, $2,000. Talking about $1 million. The last time, Steve, remember when you talk about, when Joseph Boakai talk about, how you're rice price going to go down. When you talk about how car going to hit in the mouth, in the first night, you guys were doubting, we should go at expectation. I say you shouldn't do that. You don't know what Joseph Boakai is depending on. I said that on this show. So you don't know what it may depend on. Joseph Boakai flew to Ghana when you heard about $30 million, wherein the promise was made to sell Wologisi Mighty. That was for $30,000, $30 million. If you Joseph Boakai can let go $30 million, do you know whatever he settled for? You don't know. We don't know yet. And in time to come, we will know. Liberian people will find out as to where the money is coming from. We told you before there was an arrangement with Lebanese people, some Lebanese. The volume was too much for them. They even said that they cannot afford. It has to be through the Lebanese government. And they were told that Joseph Boakai got to get in contact with Lebanese ambassador in Liberia. We were privileged to that information, raw, direct information. So all the money thing you're hearing right now, they're just coming up. But these things been on in the pipeline long time ago. And now that they have seen that he already won the election, they are now free to give the money. If we don't be careful, these people could sell Liberia before they go out. Imagine the mayor already, dishing out money from the get-go. We don't even know yet who's going to be the finance minister. We don't know who's going to be Controller General at the Finance Ministry. We don't know who's going to be Commerce Minister. We don't know who's going to be the Anti-Corruption Commission leader. We don't know anything. Now people already started engaging in financial scandal, one after another. This is scary. This is scary.
Well, Mr. Kane, I think we'll hear from what people, like you said earlier on.
I think we should go to Liberia and listen to the people.
Yeah. Let's get some reactions really quick. Milborn, I don't know if you can help out with that, please. Let's get some reactions and see what's going on, and then we'll take it from there. But the good thing is, before we take calls, while Milborn is arranging the calls over there, the good thing is, we told you guys some of these things from the beginning.
Wow.
We told you guys. We are not surprised. There is nothing new here to us. We told you guys. You were forewarned. Election has consequences. Yeah, election has consequences. And we just started. They say you're not even start officially yet. Officially starts on the 22nd.
So why are we taking, before we start taking call, let me just add this. When Amos 12 says, we are in election, we in it to win. We either win it or we do anything or everything to get rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
That sums up everything. That summarizes everything. That tells you exactly what they are up to. And let's say this. Steve made mention of election having consequences. The elections are over now. I don't want to even go to that anymore. And the reason is that I don't want to come across as if people are angry about the way people voted. No. Now that Joseph Boakai is elected, we all vow to support and promote Joseph Boakai in Liberia. But that doesn't mean we are going to be blinded, or take our eyes from the ball. No. We support and we promote Joseph Boakai and his government. We support every good thing, but we will not support corruption.
Yeah, but Mr. Kane, I also
right at the door. the election having the consequences that will kick in when people who voted and the Liberian people in general start to feel the effect, whether negative or positive, of what happened. Right now, people are involving in taking money here and there, but the suffering of the people then has not started. And we don't even know, maybe the people are going to start enjoying. So we can't talk about the consequences of election right now until people start to see the effect. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, that makes sense.
Maybe open the line.
All right, thank you. So 0778, that's the number to call, 0778 339 Please just be brief, just go straight to the point, and to be able to give other people the chance. Yes, all our title, please. Yeah, they can eat most of our time. 0778, yes, 0778 339 this. No, sorry, Chief, you have to move away from your monitor if you call. 0778 339-682. That's the number to call. Again, 0778 339-682. Call him to be part of the SK TV show right here on Truth FM 96.1. To this caller, good evening. Yeah, man, brother, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us.
Okay, this is Roland Oyuto calling from Battery Factory this evening.
We're listening to you. Go ahead, Chief.
Thank you for the topic on a discussion. You know, when I'm not going to talk about expectation, for me, it was not me. Because I knew that Mr. Waka, president-elect, he has nothing to offer us. Because they are the same people that are coming back to loot the country again. So no differences. The only thing is, those that said, Joe, we're not doing nothing, and when Waka get there, you do everything possible for us to enjoy, for rest, to calm down, everything to be simple for us. But for me, I don't believe in that.
All right, for me, I don't believe in that. To this caller, good evening.
Yes, good evening. This is Dixon Williams, calling from the Borough Community.
Okay, go ahead, boss.
Yeah, I want to say something to the show. The guys that in America, because whoever I think the CEO, he said that. So he said, don't know to become CEO, but I think SK, he said that he reported that Joseph Waka was receiving money from Spectrum, even before Costa get disclosed into the library where he first broke the news. So I want it to be like a challenge. If SK can produce any clip that he said it, ask them to get SK on that radio station 1,000 right now.
Who said what now?
If SK said that he broke the news on that station that Costa, before Costa report that Spectrum was giving Waka $1,000. Now 1,000 for
3,000. Yes.
The 3,000 he said SK said that he broke the news before then, before Costa could announce it. So I wanted to challenge this station. If you can play any of the clip that I know you guys have to get, if you can play it and we hear it, I will tell you I will work at that station too. And I read it tomorrow, I will work there and I will challenge the station to give them $1,000. If SK can just play it.
Okay, all right, thank you. I know what you're more concerned about who break the news, but I think the news is
he's
true.
not concerned about the news, he's concerned no problem. We want that $1,000 towards our radio station. We provide the information.
So that's kind of go ahead.
Yeah, let you just make sure he live up to up to his promise.
Yeah, go ahead, Chief. Your name and from where you join us.
Thank you very much. My name is Ibrahim Gazu. I come from Bottom Corner Bluffing. My brother, we follow you and we listen to what you say. And then we don't want to tell him. And we pray to God, our time should not be wasted the way it happened. But if we do the wrong thing again, we will get it out. But it's too soon for now. It's too soon. It's so you're not taking power, but it's too soon to start talking. We are going to get the wrong whenever it goes wrong. And if we don't do well to our expectation, they are not be wasted, but we're taking out. We voted him. You see who the president we are? The end was talking, they couldn't listen to us. They see they are full of brain and all of. And no one is full of brain and all of. Majority is always carry the roof. So
All right.
thank you very much.
All right, Chief. Thank you too also for being part of the show. To this caller, good evening.
Yes, good evening. How do you do?
Yeah, but okay, thank you. Go ahead. Your name and from where you join us.
I'm calling from District 2 Riyadh, which I mean is self-collected. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something Johnson said this morning concerning the issues about Yakakoba. After Yakakoba announced where they gonna take money from, and he started making it to those people that were the victims that it didn't happen to in Toronto. It's a side news and people, even though it happened unfortunately, but it all went down well. But that comes back to the issue. Honorable Johnson, I want to know that what I think about is listening with Honorable Johnson, you can find his analysis this morning, because Honorable Cordoba is a elected person that the people of District 10 represent, the people of District 10, even represent like Europe. So, Honorable Frank Johnson, see that the Cordoba living with him, that he can say, the Cordoba, he lying to himself.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. To this caller, good evening, Liberia and Liberians. Yeah, Chief, go ahead.
Yeah, this is my reason I joined the conversation for Upper Cowell.
Okay.
Look, our country is serious. Okay.
Is it?
The fact that the unity party has not been taking over years.
Yeah.
The president is left. Has not spending money like rain falling. You're not even taking over yet.
No,
when we try to question them, everybody say, oh, they're too soon. When you go too soon, when people are making mistakes very soon, who will question them? You know how it takes for you to get a law because 25,000, when you claim that people in the blood suffering, they are dying for hunger, you think you rescue them, and you start just to picking that bring people money like you pick up for 1 grand.
Yeah, like peanuts.
People like me, serious level. You bring the people you brought back. They are people who used to eating money. These people are people who train to eat money. When you brought them here in the name of rescue, they are start sharing our money. We're in a serious problem.
Okay, we are in a serious problem.
We are saying today that the because the worker will give you a bit of the fire. You have to do the right thing, but you told them that people that you have to do it.
All right, thank you so much to this caller. Good evening, Liberians. Go ahead, boss. Hello. Keep a calls coming, 077-833-9682. That's the number to call again, 077-833-9682, and to be part of the show. To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, my brother, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us.
Yeah, I'm calling from Balance. I want to know for you, what you want for the generator. If you have a friend that's helping you, then you want to help other people. Or people have seen that the bank took the money from the government, some of the government, that way. So you're seeing like the bank took the money from the government.
No. Okay, we want to know whether everybody's going to get the money. All the lawmakers, all the 100 lawmakers, 110 lawmakers, they're going to get the money. Asking for them. That's what we want to know.
Hello. Oh, how will you say that kind of thing, my man?
How will you say that kind of thing, man? Is everybody man? I want to know.
Hello. Yeah, my brother. Good evening. Your name and from where you join us. Yeah, go ahead, boss.
My brother, I don't have nothing much to say. Those parties up there, they're not feeling it. They're suffering that we like friends that are going through. So they get a lot to say about the incoming president.
So what happened to the 25,000? We are discussing a lawmaker alleging that, in fact, they were to receive 25,000. What are we talking about? All right, so they may go off. To this caller, good evening. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. William Covey is my name, and I join you from District City.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you. Let me appreciate all of you. And just a disclaimer that today, the same lawmaker who said that in a press conference today, he came out with another information again that he was confused into that press conference. He said he was going to accept 5,000 in the that day.
That's a lie. You may just scared.
5,000 is our promise, but mind you, we know that against the question that this man is the CDC lawmaker, and we know the politics and propaganda that is existing in this country now. Who knows whether that may be used by CDC to come out?
Oh, come on, man. That's not true.
All right, thank you, Chief. At least you got more than 1 minute. So this quarter, yeah, let me see.
Confusing
Emmanuel Sano, yeah, indeed. Emmanuel, what's up?
He's confused and what we're trying to confuse all of us.
Liberians are talking. All right. Thank you so much. Our expectations are high because the people said they're going to rescue us. So this caller, hello, Chief. Go ahead, your name and from where you join us. Oh, we're not getting you too good, I don't know. Yeah. So let me see. Let me take this caller. To this caller, good evening. Yeah, my brother. Go ahead, your name and from where you join us. Okay, boss, go ahead.
We're not still hearing that person.
I don't know, but
you don't
yeah, please. To this caller, good evening. Yeah, my brother, go ahead, your name and from where you join us. Okay, go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, it's so sympathetic on the part of us with Liberian. I know this would have been the way it is because it's just about new money who battles. The same recycled politicians, they are the ones that keep bringing on board. So what becomes of our educated young ones who are out there in the diaspora learning and fighting hard to acquire quality education? What do we want?
They are
bringing recycled politicians here and there.
They are there maybe to only be tying the booze. You know, sometimes they gotta be wearing the beret. Maybe that's what they are there for.
No, then we are not moving anywhere.
Okay. All right. So to the last call, of course, over to Sekou. Maybe Sekou want to give it analysis quickly before we go. To this caller. Yeah, man, my brother, go ahead. Your name and from where you join us.
I'm Richard Doon calling from Boro. My brother, we said that we talk about peace, one peace in Liberia, so that was tonight. But you're going to talk about to honor my people, taking honor people. Is it a peace we all want? We just had a president elected, and now you take his seat here. I mean, you for what? You want to divide the country? Is it a peace we all want? Take
So what discussing issue have to do with peace? My man, all right, thank you, Chief. Everybody talking about the issues. Go ahead, Sekou. We're back. You got to listen to Liberians.
So we're going to open the line here, take a few calls before we.
So, Mr. Canada, before we take a few calls from here tomorrow we'll play the scene Richard Baru or whatever it is. He decided to walk, but I ain't put it for him more again. So tomorrow we'll play all the video here.
Right now, the man is on the fire since yesterday, last night. Let me on the fire. Why you have to go and say it? The man said the woman was very clear. So let's take this call right here. This is Ben from Minnesota. Ben?
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome.
In the first place, the representative, I played that but here is where you can know that he is lying. The journalist did not even confront him to say it was a brand. Immediately he said it's not a brand. Once you see someone behaving like that, you know that they are trying to hide something. So that was a brand. Now here is the second thing. I was trying to hold this to send it to court, but here's the problem. If Joseph Boakai will declare his assets, that money is supposed to reflect in his assets. But guess what? You will not see it because he will not make it public. That's how we're going to catch him easy. That money is supposed to be reflected as part of his assets. You're not going to see it. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a very good point. So, to all the callers from Liberia, I want to say thank you. That was very brilliant. Um, what I want to tell the Liberian people is that this discussing the issues is not dividing the country. We are strengthening the country, holding our leaders' feet to the fire is called accountability. It's called transparency. If we don't do that, they will not be scared to steal your money then. They will not do that. They will not bring development. They will be taking the money there for themselves and their family. So when they do it, they need people then to be checking them, to checkmate them, to make sure you hold them accountable. So you should not get first. Some of you are saying because you support Joseph Boakai. Also, being a supporter of somebody does not mean you should be a blind loyalist. When you support somebody, you should be able to see their wrong from the right. Otherwise, you have said that supported the person, you will not benefit. The only way you can benefit when you hold your leader accountable and they will take you serious. But they will take all of you guys as a bunch of jokers and beggars if you only there to defend all the wrongdoing simply because of the crop you're going to have. So we have been very clear here. If Joseph Boakai is going to get 25,000 to every lawmaker, then let it go, even though we know it's corruption, but let it go across the board. Let all the lawmakers receive theirs. All the 103. That's one. Number two, if Joseph Boakai going to give that money, let you be transparent about it. Let's see where the money is coming from. The bank account is coming from. And like Ben said, let it reflect in his assets declaration. But yes,
all right.
Yeah,
So So thank you so much, and let me say thanks to all Liberians for being part of the show. Yes, indeed, you just need discussing the issues has nothing to do with disturbing of the peace. That's one of the best things to do. That's why it's called democracy. So thank you so much and good night.
But maybe I even say pass in 1 second.
Okay, just say bye because
no, we have 1 million.
You make it always be eating your sportsman meaning now.
Yeah, but anyway, folks, thank you so much for following us. Tomorrow we'll do the continuation of this tomorrow for sure. But like Milbo and Sekou said, this has nothing to do with peace or not. In fact, we are upholding the peace.
Yeah.
We are upholding the peace by informing the people about what's going on. We are upholding the peace. We are upholding the peace because we love Liberia enough. We don't want nobody catching anybody and saying, where did Labrampo money again? And cutting their ear. So we are upholding the peace.
No.
Yeah. We don't want nobody killing anybody for the Labrampo money. So we are upholding the peace. The peace here, we don't want upholding. In fact, y'all need to come and be supporting of upholding the peace. You think want somebody to come grab somebody, go carry them and say, where did Labrampo money air? And where you kept the Labrampo money? You think that won't want? You know why that happened? Because everybody was afraid during those days. There was not technology. The technology was not advanced enough to have some of these shows to know where people were hiding money and what they were doing. That's another same money we're discussing here. What here again? That's all be bad thing. That's what be after that we're discussing the money being open there.
So Steve, from where we started, right? You got Colobar now threatening to respond to Joseph Boakai if Martin Colley does not take down the post. Mm-hmm. I know they're not going to take it down. I know the Unity Party people, they are saying that they're ready to fight. You think this is a fight they can win?
Well,
being the government in power, you think they can actually afford to be distracted, to fight? And Yeke being Yeke is very popular. We know that. Nobody can argue that. And Yeke is very, very brave. He's not afraid. In fact, I was talking to somebody about this thing this morning. When I say, if he manners the F word, on Yeke, most of the things Yeke can be saying are true, and I believe almost all of them. And then the person say, but you know what? I said, no. Say, we are not far away from the F word against the black guy. So since they are somehow, they are somehow crazy when Joseph Barker name is mentioned. How are they going to survive Yeke Kolba taking on Joseph Barker on a daily basis like he did with George Weah? How are they going to survive that? Say Joseph Barker mention Joseph Barker, they want to die if you mention Joseph Barker name. Also, I want to open the lines here. I'm going to say, you're going to talk. While we're talking, Wanga Core, the person that Dara Geelong disrespected, allegedly disrespected, I haven't listened to it. The person that Dara Geelong allegedly disrespected, she called in. I think she wanted to say something. But since we were not taking call at the time, I told her to call back when we are on. So, Wanga, if you are listening, our lines are open after Steve spoke, and after Steve have speaking, and then we will definitely open the line for you to come on. You can call right now, and you can talk after speak after
yes,
Steve.
And we'll also encourage Wanga after she speaks today, tomorrow. If she calls earlier while we're on the radio, we'll give her a minute or two to let Labran know exactly what happened or what's going on. We don't know the background story. We just saw the messages. But Mr. Kane, to your point, right? The post. They can choose to take it down or not. My only concern here is I think it's a sign of trying to bully people, stifle people, and organize people to go after you when you speak the truth. I think so. I think that's what's been done to Yeke. And I think it's unacceptable because he's seen people clapped for Yeke for 5 years or 6 years when President George Weah were in power. They clapped when Yeke would say things, whether in the legislature or from the executive. They clapped, they celebrated, they welcomed it. They did. Oh, so when Yeke was jumping over the car for his own right, when I know 102 Melvin Sakor wanted to arrest him and order arrest. Oh, so when Yeke came back and said the president did this, the president did that, and the new Ben note and that one and they won. Was everything was okay with him at that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. But this also substantiates a pattern here that the president-elect would be quiet on issues and bring people to do his dirty work. This is not strange. You know how I know this is not strange? After 2017, Mo Ali came on the show, we asked him. He said he wouldn't answer that question. Joseph Boakai was in charge of the Unity Party when they took Ellen to court. And Allah, a fact. Joseph Boakai was in charge when they expelled Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
Hold it, okay.
Then Allah, that's true. Joseph Boakai was also in charge when Mo Ali and other people from the Unity Party insulted Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. They said nothing, they did nothing. Oh, you want me to get you more recent time? You might say that 2017, a long time ago, that I'm true still saying, just hate the people and hate the papi and hate the one, right? Okay, let me get you the most recent event. Joseph Boakai was in charge of the CPP when they took Alexander Cummings to court. And Joseph Boakai went to court and lied in court. That lie?
Not true.
So, what in here that we're supposed to be making up stories? That you don't, look, the facts don't change though. If it were 100 years ago, we say the same thing I would say. When we're saying it today, it doesn't mean that you probably refuse to accept the fact. So yes, there's this pattern He left with Martin. He want to take the post. He can take it down. He left. He don't want to take it down. He might not take it down. But I will say to Yeke, I will say this to Honorable Yeke Koluba. What a post now they post there. If you got to say anything that is truthful, that will benefit the Liberian people in the world, to shine light on anything, do it.
All right, let me say this to you, Steve. Yeke was very, very emphatic. Yeke said, and I told him that I'm going to talk about this. He said, say A and call my name. Yeke said that Monday, 4 p.m., you're going to respond to Joseph Mabake. See, nothing going to stop that. So we look forward to that. Steve, if they don't cry behind you, they just mute yourself. So let's.
Yeah, let me bring that man inside, because that man bouncing all around. I
can see it.
Yeah, that nigga.
So Wanga, how you doing? Yeah, you are live on SKTV. What happened? I don't even know what happened. I just hearing it today.
So what happened here was a friend of mine put a post up about the people that will be able to hold the government accountable. Mm-hmm. So he was able to name he had Yeke Koluba, he had Henry, he had Marty Colley, then he had Dara DeLong. So I was only giving analysis. I said no. I said if one person on that list that I think will hold the government accountable will be maybe Yeke. I said because Yeke is new, he's not a person. I said for what he has started doing, I think he will be one of those that will be able to hold the government accountable. So I keep down the list. I said again, I keep back. I'm just going to call it short. I said for Dylan should not be on that list because he take bribes from the Senate, and you can't be a certain lawmaker and you guys are receiving money. And I said no, he will not be able to hold the government accountable. Then he came back. He said, when I'm coming down, I plan to put a right on the post-election trauma.
Oh.
Then I came out and said, I told you, I said, no, that's not post-election trauma and stuff. Then I told you, I said, $80, I'm to you yet to get elected. I said, I spent hundreds of dollars here on my personal money to get you elected. I said, what you are very ungrateful. Then he said, I've heard word of e-grade from some of you, very foolish, loud mouthful for so long. I can't live with that. I guess that I am supposed to be the worst now, only because I could not support coming. Then he came out, he said, you foolish, stupid, naive, and arrogant, you feel and think. Then he said, go and hang.
Hold on. All those words they are saying, Dylan wrote those things against you publicly?
Yes. I can send you on this board page. Go back and read because I said again. He told the particular word I didn't want I just read, but I was able to screenshot it and I said that way he said. So that one I told him, I said, okay, since you want to go there, I said, since you want to go there, since you want to go there, I'm coming for you, Mr. Fool. Then I want to keep for him. I said, you need to go and educate yourself. There is nowhere a city we are standing for our lawmakers. Anything out there in Minnesota, I came to the Democratic Party here. I said, we come for them. But for you to tell, that was not my problem. My only problem was, a city lawmaker come up to tell somebody to go and hang yourself. So then I came back. I said, since that's what you want to say, and then I said, so he took a post. I said, no, I'm not going to take a post. And he said, let me tell you again, go and hang yourself. And so I came out for you and I said, you are very empowered. You are fighting if I think you don't like for anybody to criticize and hear myself start going back and forth on it.
Well, Steve, what do you have something to say? Because I personally am going to call Dylan about this. Whether you answer the phone before I say anything publicly, I want to actually call him and talk to him if at all this is what happened.
Wanga, really quick. Before this incident, right? Before this back and forth on someone's page, do you have any previous interactions or communication with Senator Darius Dillon?
Never. That's my first answering the post. And in fact, when I don't go on his page, I don't go on any of his shows, I don't do anything for the time, never. And that particular post, that one of my friends by the name of you play Jackson. So the boss came out to on him and so he said, you cannot be a city senator to write for something. This is not okay. I never go on. You can check any of the posts. Anything people read about Darius Dillon, I never go on it. My only problem is anybody know me is me and Mr. Comey, they say I'll go. And people that know me, ANC, and how they call it, I'm very outspoken. Mr. Comey, I go after Mr. Comey anytime. I don't go after Darius Dillon. I don't even go on his show. I never play on his show. Never watched his show before.
So
he's not a friend.
So one really quick, then this will be my last question to you. Tomorrow we'll have a show. We are off the radio in Liberia. However, there are some people that follow us from Liberia. We on SKTV, we came after the post. We were tagged in it, and it was sent to us. And so Sekou will reach out to Senator Dillon, like he said. We saw what's in the public, right? And so tomorrow, because we talk about it briefly on the show today, you weren't able to speak about it for people in Liberia to hear you on the radio. Tomorrow, maybe we'll allocate 2-3 minutes to you to maybe explain what led to this whole thing. Because not only that you're a Liberian, but Senator Darius Dillon is a leader for the biggest county in the country. Almost all Liberians supported him, even seditionists who felt disenchanted, who felt they needed to punish the CDC from either what they were doing or how they were running the country, supported him, whether in the first round, whether 2019 or 2020. He was supported very hugely. He received one of the huge supports in recent times. And so bringing this to the light, I think it's important. And I think Senator Darius Dillon is watching the show. Hopefully tomorrow when you come and speak, maybe he will have the opportunity to come on the show and either offer you an apology or whatever it is. It's up to him. But we want to say tomorrow we'll definitely take a call from you during the show time while we're in Liberia for you to clarify on this. It's important for us to bring this to light. Very, very important. Thank you so much, okay?
Yeah, and second one, and Steve, if you know Paul Jackson or you play Jackson, you can go on his post where he gave the analysis of who. I want you to go there and read how it started. You're going to see it because after he insulted me, I said, okay, since you go there, then I'm coming for you. So, and you understand, go there and read it and whatever it is. I don't go on people something like that. Even Sekou something over there, we come over there, all we will talk about is Mr. Comey. I will come on how they call it, Mr. Comey. That's what we get something. We lost the election, and so what? Mr. Walker won. So, what can we do? It's to be able, okay, and he goes wrong, we go wrong, we can't answer him. That's politics. You don't take politics personal. No. We spent thousands of dollars on Mr. Comey, he never won. And I'm going to even for move on. That's going to be a new president. But we still got to be able to hold his feet onto the fire. But people believe that you should not say anything. And that's for me, when I would say what I want to say. I'm not going on your page. I say it on my own page. I just want to say thank you so much, and thanks for everything that you guys do.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so like I said, we have been some of the major critics of Senator Dillon on issues. And I have personally attacked him several times on my personal page on issues as well. But I do not expect him to go the route that I'm hearing right now in public. He was one of his supporters too. But I think it will be unfair on my part to say anything to him right now without talking to him. Normally, I always talk to people when I hear something before I can bring it to public. Mostly, I like to call them, give them the opportunity to come to the platform to talk about it. If they say no, fine. But at least understand their side of the story. But if they refuse to answer or respond to our calls or maybe messages, then we will come here and discuss it. I always like to give people the benefit of the doubt. So, Steve, the lines are open here for a few minutes, then we will call it a day. Unless you have something else.
Well, while we're waiting to take one or two calls before we call it a day, because we definitely got to call it a day here, we'll give them the next 4 to 5 minutes because we're over the mark, 6 minutes. We plan not to stay long these days. We'll be back tomorrow for sure for the continuation of this conversation. The speakership is looming here on Monday. Monday will be here. The 14th will be here. I will be here on Monday by the grace of God. We'll be seated again. Some people say, Mr. Kane, some people say left for me to wear the army hat. I don't know. They say when I wear the army hat, that means the show can be hot and noisy. So I don't know what's going on. But
right. Somebody call you. Want me to take the call?
Yes, please, Mr. Kane.
Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Joe, let me just talk to you guys for like a few seconds.
Go ahead.
You could not discuss the issue of the law because you would like to hear from the law, which is very good, brilliant decision. As much as I really appreciate the criticism that you guys are giving the incoming government, which is good, but I think you guys were a bit biased. You got information from a certain and a re-elected representative. It is not clear to go close to Buckeye. It is kind of Buckeye to uncertain to balance the application.
There's nobody there who is responsive, my brother. You know, let me tell you something. If you okay, hold on. You are in. Let me just say this to you. Let me say this to you. If you have our phone number, or if you know somebody who is willing to communicate with us at any time when we get information, we can call it to authenticate. They can deny or confirm. Listen, my man, listen. Let me finish. I had Joseph Parker number, 2 phone numbers for Joseph Parker. I used to talk to him.
Right.
We used to communicate, you know, for the most part, both on text message, also on the phone.
Okay.
But Joseph Parker phone, it never been, and he never been answering. Saying the phone is not with him anymore. Somebody not there now answering his phone.
Okay.
Saying he got sick that time. You remember when he went to Redemption Hospital?
Okay.
Okay, from that time up to now, I never communicated with Joseph Parker directly.
Right.
So if you know somebody closer to him, I've got Jacob Akwali countless number of times. Mo Ali told me one time, oh, Sekou, you know, if something happen, I'll let you to call Jacob Akwali directly instead of calling the papi. I'll call Jacob Akwali countless number of times. He never answers. So if you know somebody that will be answering to our calls, if we call to somehow clarify certain things, or they are even willing to come on here to come and set the record straight, we'll be more than happy to contact them before even talking about anything here. But they're not responsive.
Okay. Can I have 1 second?
That's why I give you the time, my man. Go ahead. I just want to clarify.
Right. I think your reporter, I think her name was Sarah. Sarah is usually on the Evan Columbus conferences. So is it not possible that you send some of your reporter to like in the camp of Buckeye, like some of the spokesperson, the secretary of the party, to get this thing verified before you can discuss?
All right, we'll look into that. If they allow the person to go in there, we will.
It's fine. We have to put this guy to the fire. We have to put their feet to the fire, which is fine. But let's try to balance it. I mean, that's just my point. Let's balance it. Let's balance it, please. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So, Steve, you know, like the guy suggested, we already have people there and that are willing to go anywhere. And other reporters that can be with them, they can inform them when they have something going on. They can tell them to go there. So let's say Saros, Golden Heart, Seku, Kone, they're all available in Moravia there and ready to be anywhere. And we will be, in fact, um, the media that are going to be at the inauguration, hopefully SKT will be there. And if we are given the opportunity to ask questions or do anything, definitely our guys are ready to do it. Yeah, they know exactly what they are doing. So Steve, again, the lines are still open while we're here. But
So
I want to ask you something before we go.
Mhm.
Assuming that the guy, they say the guy is walking back whatever he said. You think that could also affect the vote on Monday? Because this guy comment about $25,000 being given to lawmakers, and he said, "I'm going to receive mine." Now he's under fire since last night. Now he's walking it back. You think this whole Rick Monroe and back and forth about this whole $25,000 will somehow have some effect on the election for the speakership?
Well, I think, speaking of that, Mr. Kane, and you posed that question in a very timely manner here, because the first thing I want to say is it shows, first of all, that the president-elect will not only indicted or implicated in allegedly bribery, but also interfering in his interference directly in another branch of government. And that's wrong. That is wrong. That's two strikes right there. You see, we criticized President George Weah when he interfered with the legislature. We did.
Yep.
And we stand by what we said those days or during those times. And some of you Unity Party partisans, Jose Human Braga supporters, supported us that were saying the truth. And we love the country and we are patriotic. What is different from what Joe Weah did that Joseph Braga is doing right now? What is the difference? Maybe we're missing something here. Maybe me and Sekou something wrong with us. Maybe. But something is not wrong with us. If you really look at it for truth, something is wrong with you. For opposing us, for standing for the same thing that you stood for last time.
Yeah.
So something is wrong with you. You are the one changing the goalpost. You are the one trying to give us a hard time to work around this. That's one. The effort of the Unity Party to want to even hold Fonati Kofa in court. Let me be on the record. I don't support Fonati Kofa. I'm not a supporter of the Fonati Kofa, the Kun, or whoever he is. None of them. But let the truth be told. Also, Unity Party sat down almost 18 years. And Fonati Kofa was one of their lawyers. Fonati Kofa was not Liberian. Oh, so Fonati Kofa has not been Liberian all this time. You're new age. You're only kept it today.
So into that part, you said Unity Party people are questioning, Fonati Kofa's citizenship?
Yes, Mr. Kane, let me read it again. Let me read it again, Mr. Kane. Let me tell you something.
Wow.
Look, Mr. Kane, we got our handful, but again, that's part of the consequences of elections. Even the front page Africa today, they are reporting the Jose Human Braga Brab. The article will read it tomorrow. Well, we probably anyway. We're not. Look at quote. Credible sources have disclosed that impeached. No, let me go back. Monrovia front page Africa quote. Monrovia Front State Africa has learned from reliable sources that the Unity Party is gearing up to challenge the citizenship of Deputy Speaker, Councillor Fanati Kofa, on the eve of the Speaker election, which is today, because Monday is the election. In order to do that, credible sources have disclosed that impeached Associate Justice Kambina Janet, Cooper Kura, and Councillor John Momo have been retained by the Unity Party to file a writ against the Deputy Speaker, alleging issues with his citizenship. So what that says to me, let me say this today. What that says to me, and to kind of substantiate my claim, look at what the party Secretary General Amos Ware said. We are in election. We are strategizing. It's either we go to the election and win him, or we find a way to stop him. We are reviewing all our options, Amos Ware said. What it says to me here, amidst the 25,000 saga that Joseph Human Braga wants to give to them, it says to me that they are afraid and they are threatened that Fonati Kofa will beat them. So they're looking for another strategy to stop him from running. Simple. That's what it says. I will not stupid here, man.
Well, as we speak to you, as we speak, we are getting some information about that, about what could possibly happen on Monday. Yeah, so we don't have enough time to discuss that. We'll discuss it. We'll keep it for tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
But it's getting serious, and nothing is capped in stone. I can tell you, Steve, anybody can win this speakership.
Sure, I agree.
Fonati Kofa, it could be Richie Kun. Also, for the deputy speakership, it could be Musa Belete or Thomas Fala. And guess what? It could be vice versa. It could be one group can win the speakership, the other group can win the deputy speakership. And one group can win both. But it's crazy. As is right now, Musa Belete openly hates with the Unity Party for the position of the speakership. Openly, deputy speakership, I'm sorry, and openly, Thomas Fala is with the CDC. However, there are people within there that are supporting Musa Belete, but they're not supporting Richie Kun. There are also people too supporting Fonati Kofa, but they will not vote for Thomas Fala. There are people too from the Unity Party that will vote for Unity. They will vote for Thomas Fala, but they will now vote for Fonati Kofa. CDC. So it's going to be crazy. It's up for grab. It could be anybody. Let's take Ben and then we'll go home.
Yes, we'll take Ben now.
Since nobody wants to call, let me call. Playing dangerous game that will affect Joseph Walker and taking office. Because let's say if they are trying to find a junction Fonati Kofa, and CDC goes to the Supreme Court and file an injunction against the other guy. They got to be careful.
Who guy?
On the 22nd, there will be no information if they.
Because if the horse is not in order, if the horse is not settled, I mean, I don't think there will be. You gotta have the full legislature in place to have a induction.
They're playing a pretty big game because all CDC need to do go to court and file an injunction on the other guy's citizenship. That's all you need to do. Just play the same stupid game, and if they entitled to trying to kill.
Ben, before you go, according to one of the most powerful person on SKTV, Eugenia said you should pay fine for calling 2 times.
Oh my God. All right. I'll pay the fine.
So if you don't pay the fine, we'll not take your call no more because you didn't say you can't call twice.
I'll pay the fine.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Okay.
All right. So Steve,
Yes, Mr. Kane.
you got it, man. We gotta go now.
Yes, just before we leave, folks, thank you so much for following SKTV. We'll be here tomorrow by the grace of God, and we'll do what we have to do continuously for the Liberian people. Thank you for always supporting us. Thank you for always being there for us. We'll be here tomorrow, and we'll continue on the same conversation tomorrow. We'll pick up from where we stopped today. There's a lot to digest. We're even getting information from the CDC angle as to what they intend to do. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Happy New Year again. Stay out of trouble. Be safe out there. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, and thank you so much from SKTV. Have a good day. Ciao.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who willing to serve. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The brothers who give it up here and the promise of them. The welcome and life we have here.
I lyrical
Master.
Clear body, so I'm back on you. I can't ask you to be benyo. Say my journey, I